Those of you also joining us on FloRacing. 153 entries in the pit area, so the pit area is full. And we are set for a great night of racing here at Charlotte. So good time here at the Speedway. Tony Stevens, Steve Post, Len Baticki calling all the action here. And we've got action already as we've got a couple of them the wrong way around down here in turn number 4. So getting things started off on a hot note here in the beginner Bandolero Bandits. The number 15 car is Braden Eichler in the number 15, and Brody Zacharias in the 07. Zacharias, prior to that spin, the fastest driver here in this beginner division. So should be fun to see how these drivers get back up to speed now and wrap up what is the first qualifying session of the evening. White flag is out. One more trip around the Speedway for this group of drivers. Out on the racetrack, we have our beginners making their way around the Speedway. Number 77 is William Paez. William Paez has a couple of top 3 finishes in our B mains. There's William working off from turn number 4 there in that number 77 car. Learning the skills necessary to go racing is the driver out of Concord, North Carolina. Checkered flag is out. That is going to do it for the first group. Brody Zacharias, the 07 car, that maroon and white 07 car at the tail of the field. Brody Zacharias is the quick time driver. We've got 15 drivers here in tonight's beginner Bandolero division. 15 drivers entered for tonight's contest here in the beginner Bandoleros. Second group thunders out onto the Speedway, set for their 4-lap qualifying run. They'll make their way out onto the racetrack. Mike Speeney in the number 10. Speeney in the number 10. That's Jagger Williams in the number 73. Coming off turn number 4 now. Down across the stripe is the 85J machine. That's Jack Lawson. Lawson in that 85 car. We got one the wrong way around. I think that's Speeney over there in turn number 2. Yeah, Mikey Speeney. The wrong way around. Gets that car fired back off. Mikey the racer out of Tobaccoville, North Carolina. Great racing tradition up there in that area, in the Speeney family. As we get set to go back to qualifying racing action here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Jagger Williams in that number 73 car makes his way up off from turn number 2. Jagger from Elite, Texas. Jagger working that car down into turns 3 and 4. As the beginners, drivers in their first, maybe second year of competition, there is off turn number 4, the number 6 machine. That's Jerry Garrettson. Jerry Garrettson from Dardanelle, Arkansas. Jagger finished an 8-year-old racer, first year or second year in the summer shootout here. As Garrettson. 02 is Jordan Whitford from Marshville, North Carolina. Whitford in the 02 from Marshville, North Carolina, out on the racetrack as well. So second group of cars getting their times slotted in here as we're qualifying here for the beginners. 9 of the 15 drivers have gotten their times recorded, so balance of the field come out onto the Speedway at this point. 23 is Hagen Green. Hagen Green in the number 23. As he brings that car down to the green flag. Hagen Green in that green and black number 23. There's Max Rogers. Max Rogers in that number 1 car, the driver out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Green gets it swapped in, so we're back under caution as Hagen Green has that car spun around over there in turn number 2. Hagen from Loudon, Tennessee. Good to have Hagen and the entire green team here joining us tonight here at America's Home for Racing. Hagen Green gets that car fired back off. We'll get back to racing action here in the beginners. That is Max Rogers there from Mooresville in that red number 1 machine. Rogers up onto the back straightaway now. '57 is Ellie Hodge. Ellie Hodge in the number 57. She's making her way out onto the Speedway and around to get her qualifying laps. Ellie has a second place finish, a podium finish in our B feature on opening night. So Ellie learning the ropes here at Charlotte Motor Speedway in that number 51 car. Bringing the cars off from turn number 4. Wyatt Linker out in the number 5 machine. Saw the white number 5 and the roof of that thing, but that's the big guy, Wyatt Linker from over in Mount Pleasant. Is Hagen Green has it swap ends again. Hagen able to get that car fired back off. Also on the Speedway is the red number 22 machine. That's Anthony Padula. Anthony Padula in that number 22 machine. And that is going to do it. Qualifying for the beginners, it's Brody Zacharias, Braden Eichler, Anthony Padula, Wyatt Linker, and William Paez. Your front 5 as we wrap this up with the final lap around the Speedway. Padula jumps up to 3rd fastest. I think he was there all along. The 23 is Michael Schrantz. Michael Schrantz had that wrong driver in that number 23 car. Michael Schrantz picked up the B feature win on opening night. Michael Schrantz in that green number 23. That's going to do it for the beginners. We got the Bandolero Bandits up onto the Speedway next. Bandits rolling out onto the racetrack. We have got a strong field of Bandits. 16 strong as they make their way up onto the Speedway. Paisley Lawson, the first driver out on the racetrack. Paisley in that number 85J car. From Edgemore, South Carolina. 10-year-old into dancing, racing, and naps. Well, got a pretty good combination there, that is for sure. Charlie Evans in the number 29 machine. Charlie out there on the Speedway from Rock Hill, South Carolina. 3rd year in the summer shootout, and Charlie bringing that car down off from turn number 4. Picked up a couple B feature wins last year. We're under caution as we've got one stopped over there on the back straightaway. That's Rue Reeves. Rue Reeves not able to get that car fired off. Dougie Case out on the Speedway. Cale Weevil in that number 21 car in the middle of the back straightaway. Some of the drivers out on the racetrack at this point as the Bandolero Bandits get back to green flag racing here in their qualifying as we set the lineups for tonight's round number 4. Feature goes here at the Speedway. That's Dougie Case, the 1VA. Dougie, the racer out of Lynchburg, Virginia. Second generation racer is Dougie Case. Dirt tracking it off from turn number 4. Nice job saving that race car for Dougie Case. James Benke, the quick time so far. James has a couple of top 5 runs. He has been the man to beat down at Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta. Benke is 3 for 3 down there at Echo Park Speedway on the Thursday Thunder program. So making your way down to Atlanta for the NASCAR festivities, or just down there for the racing. Free admission to the Thursday Thunder program. Ought to have a big crowd as campers will be moving in there for the NASCAR Cup Series Quaker State 400. That's on Saturday night. Xfinity Series on Friday night. And Legends Cars Thursday Thunder on Thursday with free admission. I love it. It's going to be great. That is for sure. There's Tegan Nolan, the racer out of Topeka, Kansas, in that number 17 car. Tegan Nolan out onto the speedway now in that car. Brings it up to speed here as we roll through qualifying. 4th place finish back on round number 2 for Tegan Nolan. So getting his footing here at America's home for racing. 38 is Gerald White III here at the start-finish line. There's Brexton Bush. B-Rex in that green number 18 car, working to the low side of Maverick Bradshaw. Down across the stripe is the number 16 machine. That is Tatum Monroe. Tatum Monroe in that number 16. We have a couple of 16 years, 3 of them here actually, but that's Tatum Monroe in that orange number 16. On the backstretch, there is Cameron White III. Cameron White III, the racer out of Lakeland, Florida, had a 5th place run back here on round number 1. Races here. His uncle also races in the semi-pro ranks. Has a win last year at New River All-American Speedway, does Gerald. There's B-Rex Brexton Bush up onto the backstretch. Brexton, a 2-time winner this season in that number 18 car. Picked up wins on round number 2 and round number 1. And last week here at the Speedway was 2nd. So he's got 2 wins and a 2nd place finish for Brexton Bush. That's KK, Kevin Stein, in that car that goes the wrong way around here off from turn number 4. There's the number 9 of Maverick Bradshaw. Maverick Bradshaw in that red number 9 car has been solid here. The racer out of Troutman, North Carolina, has a 2nd place finish, a 3rd place finish, and a 4th place run. So all 3 top 4 finishes for Maverick Bradshaw in that number 9 car. One to keep an eye on here as he rolls, hoping to get that first summer shootout win. There's KK, Kevin Stein out there in the number 4 car. There's the 16. I believe that one is Macy Crowell. Macy Crowell in that number 16. White flag is out. One more trip around the speedway. Going to wrap it up for the beginners. Brexton Bush goes to 2nd fastest. Checkered flag is out. James Benke sets a number to shoot at. Benke goes quick time. Brexton Bush 2nd. Gerald White the 3rd. Missing data is 4th. Tegan Nolan is 5th. So Macy Prowl, Cale Weevil, Christopher Flynn, Kevin Stein, and Tuggy Case. Your top 10. The Outlaws rolling up onto the speedway next. The Outlaws are here. And we have got a nice field of 17 Outlaws. 17 Outlaws out onto the speedway. Let's roll those cars out for their 4-lap qualifying run. Well, we got them already in the grass, so getting things started off hot and heavy early. James Monolo comes dirt tracking it right off from turn number 4. I say dirt tracking, it's more like turf tracking it. As he's in that 0-4 machine. '37 is Carson Cobble. Carson Cobble in the 37. There's the number 43 machine. of Kix Bach. Kix Bach in the number 43, kicks from Mooresville, North Carolina. And that number 43 machine making his way down into turns 1 and 2. Lucas McFall, the racer out of Greer, South Carolina, in that number 13 car. Second season here at the Summer Shootout. Josh Stein in the number 28. Josh from Charlotte, North Carolina. 27-year-old. He is out there running with the number 9, originally from Michigan, Jack Smith, the 12-year-old. Jack's been awful solid in that green number 9 car. Has a 3rd, a 4th, and a 5th place finish here. So that's going to wrap it up for first group of the Outlaws. Not sure what we have time-wise, as I know our scoring system not transmitting to my race pass, so we'll see if we can get that sorted out and let you know who is where on this qualifying session. Next group rolls up onto the Speedway. Carson Sherman in that number 9C. Carson, a great young racer from Loganville, Georgia. Has a couple of top 5 finishes here. 2nd place, or 2nd place run in round number 3. And a 5th place run in round number 2. Picked up the win in round number 1 at the Echo Park Speedway. He's in hot pursuit, the number 45, Ryland Spake. Ryland Spake in the number 45 from Emerald Isle, North Carolina. Has a pair of 3rd place finishes this season. There's Sherman up off from turn. There's Landon Burbage in the number 3 car. Burbage off from turn number 2 from Washington, North Carolina. Was a multi-time champion last year down at Southern National Motorsport Park. There's the guy that they're all chasing. That is the number 55, Landon Thrasher, 3 for 3 this season in the Outlaws. That number 55 has been an awful strong car, as he's been flawless so far in 2025. So Landon Thrasher down to the stripe. So out on the Speedway, we got Madison White in the number 19 car. Madison White in the 19. Madison White goes around in turn number 2 as Chase Spaulding works past. Corbin Cannon works past. Not so much for the number 40 machine. 48 of Jacob Hassey, I believe, spun around as well. Hassey getting that car fired back off. So going to go green. We got another lap or so on this qualifying session. They're all chasing Landon Thrasher. Landon Thrasher is quick time. Ryland Spake is 2nd. Carson Sherman is 3rd. Chase Spaulding is 4th fastest. And Landon Burbage is 5th fastest in that number 3. And this will be it as far as the Bandolero Outlaws go. There is Sherman bringing that car off turn number 4. That white and blue number 9 machine. Checkered flag is out, as Landon Burbage stops here on the front straightaway. We'll see what the story is with the number 3 machine as he's slow down here. Landon Thrasher going to be your quick time. Ryland Spake goes 2nd fastest. Carson Sherman goes 3rd. Chase Spaulding, Landon Burbage. Jack Smith, Carson Cobble, Penelope Carlisle, James Monolo, and Corbin Cannon, your top 10 drivers. That is going to do it for the Young Lions, I believe, or the Outlaws. I believe Chargers coming onto the Speedway next. The Chargers going to roll trackside. So the Legends cars rolling trackside for their qualifying effort. Chargers, the first group up onto the Speedway. Seth Hood in the 03 machine. '77 car is Ashton Lewisnard. Ashton Lewisnard out here in the number 77 car, the racer out of Cocoa, Florida. Off turn number 4. Down across the stripe is the young lady from out in Colorado, Peyton Fayen, in the number 80 car. In hot pursuit of Peyton is the number 18 of Knox Bryant. Knox was the winner back in round number 1. He's from Huntington, Maryland. Huntington, Maryland in that number 18 car as he makes his way down off from turn number 4. 9 is Braden Scott. Braden Scott in the number 9 car. Braden in that yellow and black number 9 machine. Good looking race car as he hauls it off into turn number 3. Checkered flag is out. Peyton Fayen. Well, Knox Bryant right there at the end goes quick time. Knox Bryant, we've got 22 drivers. 22 drivers here in the Chargers division. Chargers is kind of a catch-all division, kind of gets all the young drivers before they start, win a few of these things, and you move to your respective Young Lions, semi-pro, pro, or masters division. The Chargers is kind of the entry-level spot for Legends Cars Racer. '9H is Case Hockman. Case Hockman in the 9H. As we got cars slow on the backstretch. Didn't get the memo that we're rolling out onto the Speedway and qualifying right off the back. As the number 8 machine, Landon McGowan, racer out of Maryland, gets down out of harm's way. There's the T2 of Killer Cam. Killer Cam. Camden Truitt. '32 is Tanner Tucker. Tanner Tucker picked up a 5th place run back on round number 2. There's B-Rex Brexton Bush back out in the Legends car now. Brexton Bush in the number 18B machine. Brexton has a couple of top 5 finishes here in the Chargers. 2 thirds and a 4th. So Brexton's been rock solid here in the Charger ranks. And the checkered flag is out. It's going to be about the first half of the drivers in the Chargers division. Not sure quite what is going on with this number 8 car of Braden Scott, as seems to have spent more time in the AstroTurf than on the Speedway. Now gets up on the racetrack and will attempt to get out of harm's way. Next group of Chargers rolling trackside. Thomas Harris in the number 11 car, the first one out on the Speedway. Harris from Charlotte, North Carolina in that number 11 car. Two-time winner in the Chargers division, Cash LaCroix. Cash, a quad racer, an off-road racer from down in the great state of Alabama. A 2-time winner here so far in the Charger ranks in the summer shootout. There's One of the fine young lady racers we have here, Riley Hutchins, had a third-place run last time out here in the Charger division. Riley out of Mount Pleasant, North Carolina, in that turquoise number 15. There's Gerald White, Cameron White. No, that's Gerald III. They run. It's a nephew and uncle team, and they both now run. They were good when one was a bandolier and one was a legend, but now we got Gerald running here in the Chargers division, and Gerald in that number 38 car. Got the number 99 of Jagger Parker. Jagger Parker from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Bowling Green, Kentucky represented here with Parker. Checkered flag is out, and I think that's going to do it. Tom Harris in that number 11 car going to be the fastest. Cash LaCroix going to be second. Riley Hutchins third. Knox Bryant fourth. Cole Gutmestead fifth. Brexton Bush sixth. Peyton Fayen, Camden Truitt, Landon Barefoot, and Jagger Parker, your front 10. That's going to do it for Charger qualifying, I believe. Next onto the Speedway. Qualifying session for the Young Lions, the racers 12 to 16 years of age, the Young Lions. Gassing them up out onto the Speedway. First car off, that pretty pink number 44, car of Tucker Bach. Tucker Bach in the number 44. Brody Rhodes out there in the number 9 car. Brody has a couple of top 5 finishes this season. Caden Rognauer in that 316. Good to have Caden back with us here. Caden, a fine young racer from over in the Fayetteville, North Carolina area. Caden Rognauer in that number 316 machine. There was the winner last week here at the Speedway, the number 12 in the Charger ranks. Picked up the win last week, has a second and a 5th place finish. Manteca, California represented there with Colton Hale. Colton Hale in that number 12 car. 16 is Sam Macedo. Sam Macedo from over in Lexington. Sam Macedo from Lexington, North Carolina. There's Allie Johnson. Allie Johnson from Fort Myers, Florida, out there in the 75. So good field of cars here tonight in the Young Lions division as they're out qualifying for tonight's feature go. We've got 18 strong in the Young Lions rank. Colton Hale, last week's winner, going to be quick time in that Joe Ryan race car number 12. Next group out onto the Speedway. '19 of Lucas Policio. Lucas Policio, a newcomer with us in that white number 19. Good to have Lucas here. On the backstretch, we've got this is the Young Lions division. The Young Lions division. We got the 15 of Case James. Case James in the number 15 car. Got the number 80 of Bryson Nichols. Bryson Nichols in that number 80 car. There's the number 9, our Outlaw champion last year, TJ Moon, in that number 9 machine, making the jump this year to the Legends cars. 26 is Laquan McCoy. Laquan McCoy in that number 26. Racer from down in South Carolina. McCoy in that Josh Williams Racing number 26 machine. Addison King, originally from Farmington, Missouri, now makes her home in Mooresville, North Carolina. There's Addison out on the track as we've hit the 2/3 mark in the Young Lions qualifying. And Colton Hale still the fastest. Brody Rhodes second. Case James third. Allie Johnson fourth. And TJ Moon, your front 5. Final third of the cars going to roll up onto the Speedway next here in the Young Lions division. 55 is Landon Thrasher. Landon Thrasher in the number 55 has a third place run here. Of course, he's 3 for 3 in the Outlaws in the Bandolero ranks. Thrasher out in the Speedway. At number 45 in Hot Pursuit, there's Colt Johnson. Colt Johnson in the number 45. From Smyrna, Tennessee, originally from Concord, North Carolina. We've got the number 17, dirt tracking it off from turn number 4. That's your national point leader, Ben Morabito. Ben Morabito in the 17. 35 is Owen Zacharias. Owen Zacharias from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. The 117 is Nathan Williams. Had a third place run last week. Nathan from Ash, North Carolina, and that yellow 117 machine. Nathan Williams out there off the back bumper of Owen Zacharias. Spencer Bradshaw in the white number 99 car. Spencer Bradshaw in the white 99 car. Brings it down. Final lap of this qualifying session. There's a new man atop the speed charts in this group. Ben Morabito as Morabito flashes down. Morabito fastest. Second going to be Colton Hale, Brody Rhodes. We saw Spencer Bradshaw in the 99. Case James, Colt Johnson, Allie Johnson, TJ Moon, Sam Macedo, and Laquan McCoy. That is going to do it for the Young Lions. The VP Racing Fuel Semi-Pro drivers up onto the Speedway next. Semi-Pro drivers out on the Speedway next. This is traditionally our largest division, and we've got a big field of cars here tonight as well as the Semi-Pros make their way out onto the Speedway. Aiden McConaughey is the first driver out. Yeah, another big field of cars, 34 strong in the semi-pro ranks. 34 drivers strong in the semi-pro ranks. Jordan Plummer, the young lady in the number 22, making her way down into turns 1 and 2. There's the number 28. The Sandman, Oliver Missner from Emerald Isle, North Carolina, in the 316 Motorsports car. It's the number 66 of Gary Winters. Gary Winters in the number 66 car. Gary from Raleigh, North Carolina. So Winters in that number 66 machine. '81 is Sam Butler. Sam Butler picked up a couple of wins down at Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta. Sam is second place run last time out here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. There's Benjamin Rogers in the number 42. Yellow flag is out as McConaughey slid off the racetrack, I believe. So going to gas them back up, finish up their qualifying session. The 81 of Hunter Jordan out on the Speedway is the fastest car. There's Hunter in the middle of the back straightaway right now. Hunter Jordan is the fastest car early in the going here, 7 of 34. Jordan slides up the racetrack, and Ben Rogers goes by, and that number 42, Rocket Rogers, on that number 42 machine. Checkered flag is out. Hunter Jordan going to be the quick time in this early going. Aiden McConaughey second. Benjamin Rogers is third. 7 of the 34 drivers have taken time. Next group going to roll trackside. This is the VP Racing Legends Car Semi-Pro ranks. Cookout is the home to the best the best combo meal in the South. 40-plus fresh shakes, hamburgers, hot dogs, corn dogs, barbecue, and many more. Nothing, and I mean nothing, pairs better with race day than Cookout. There's Sam Butler in the number 81 car from Taylorsville, North Carolina. Sam Butler in the 81. '40 of Dylan Thomas out on the racetrack. Dylan in that white number 40 machine. Adam Brickley in that 1B. There's Adam in the 1B. Fourth place finish back in round number 2. Brickley in that 1B car. Jackson Reynolds. Jackson Reynolds in that number 9R. That's the racer out of Marietta, Georgia. Marietta, Georgia's Jackson Reynolds in that 9R machine. Tyler Garrettson. Hollywood Tyler Garrettson from Centerville, Arkansas. Third year in the summer shootout for the 21-year-old racer. There's Garrettson down across the stripe. New man atop the speed charts as the 81 of Sam Butler. Neil Doolin out in that group. He's the red and white number 79. There's Neil, the real deal, Neil Doolin. Goes second fastest in that 79. Dylan Thomas, Hunter Jordan, and Aiden McConaughey. And that's 14 of the 34 cars. So we're still early in the going here. Next onto the Speedway. VP Racing Legends car, semi-pro ranks, continuing on. Ellie Musgrave in that number 23 car. There's the 87 machine. That is Dominic Chisholm. Dominic Chisholm in that number 87 car, the racer out of Hempstead, North Carolina. Randy Phillips in the number 22. Randy Phillips in that number 22 machine. Checkered flag is out. 85 is Bradley Swift in the 85. Allison Johnson in the number 15. They're all still chasing Sam Butler, Neil Doolin, Dylan Thomas, Hunter Jordan, and the minus 34 was in that group. Trent Dillard, the racer out of Alaska. We take a little minus 34 these days. Holy cow. Hotter than blazes here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Next group up onto the Speedway. Zach Murtis in the 02 out on the racetrack. Zach in that 02 machine. 87 is J.C. Fickinger. There's the 97, your point leader, Isaac Kitzmiller. Kitsy in that 97 car. Has a win back in round number 2. He's backed that up with a second place run, and he was 4th place last week here. So Isaac Kitzmiller has been the man to beat here in the VP Racing Legends car semi-pro ranks. Done an awful nice job wheeling that race car here each and every Tuesday night. Zachary Honecker in the number 73. Here's Zachary down across the stripe. Zachary from Spring Hill, Tennessee in that 73 machine. Adam Brickley in the 1 machine out on the racetrack. The number 9 is Caden Bradshaw, I believe. Caden Bradshaw in that number 9 car. Isaac Kitzmiller jumps up to second fastest in that group. So Kitsy looking quick here tonight. NASCAR night here at America's Home for Racing. And I believe we're down to the final group of the VP Racing Fuels Legends car semi-pro. Sam Butler, Isaac Kitzmiller, Neil Doolin, Dylan Thomas, and Hunter Jordan, your front 5. We'll see what happens with this group of drivers as they make their way up onto the Speedway. Chase Burgesson, the first driver out. Chase Burgesson in the 23. Out on the Speedway. There's the number 38. That is finally Uncle Cameron White, in that number 38 car from Lakeland, Florida. Got the number 35 of Preston Risley in that blue and black number 35. Preston, a regular racer, not only here, but over on the eastern part of the state, Wake County and All-American Speedway. Ran there a little bit when they were running Carteret County. So Preston Risley, there's the 9 machine of Sterling Risley. That's his brother Sterling in that number 9 car. '25 is Nate Morris from over in Morganton, North Carolina. 3rd year of racing here. Another one of those racers that started racing in iRacing and now doing the real thing. Nate Morris, the 20-year-old from Morganton, North Carolina. Jet the Threat, Jet Johnson from Grand Isle, Nebraska, the final driver on the car. Sam Butler going to go quick time. Isaac Kitzmiller going to be second. Chase Burgesson is third. Neil Doolin is fourth. Dylan Thomas fifth. Hunter Jordan, Trent Dillard, Dominic Chisholm, Dylan Faulkner, and Aiden McConaughey, your top 10. These drivers will lock into A mains and B mains. The B main will lock the balance of the field in. It's time for the best in all the land, the pro drivers. Out onto the Speedway. What a season it's been of pro racing here at Charlotte. As the first car to get out here and up to speed is Nick Woodall. Nick had a second place run last week here at Charlotte. Nick Woodall in the number 72 car. '08 is Nicholas Soa. Nick Soa in the 08 from Canton. Nick Soa is from Huntersville, North Carolina. There's the winner last time out, or 2 times ago, Danny Chisholm. He was the winner in round number 2. Had a 4th place run last week here at the Speedway. Was in the hunt right till the end. Danny Chisholm in that number 87 car. Been very good here this season in that 87. The 91. Martin Gatzulis had a 4th place run back on round number 2. Gats from Wichita, Kansas. Martin Gatzulis, 3rd year of racing for the 20-year-old. Martin Gatzulis out on the Speedway. There's Keelan Harvick in the Hunt Brothers Pizza number 62. Keelan picked up a 2nd place finish in round number 1. The kid, Keelan Harvick's taken his lumps since then, but he's been fast, and expect him to be really, really good here this evening at America's Home for Racing. Stockbridge, Georges, Jensen Jorgensen is a 3-time winner down at Echo Park Speedway and wraps up his qualifying run. We didn't get a chance to show you the 71. It's the fastest car. That's Jake Bowman, our defending champion. Jake Bowman in the number 71. Quick time, we have 18 of the pro drivers. 18 of the pro drivers here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Racer out of Tennessee, Franklin, Tennessee. 4th year of racing Legends cars. Michael Crafton in that white number 9 car in the middle of the backstretch. Crafton out on the racetrack. The number 23 machine, the Arkham Menard Series East racer, Tyler Reif. Tyler Reif out on the racetrack. Behind him, the number 76 picked up a 2nd place run 2 weeks ago. 4th place run last week, or 3rd place, I believe it was, last week. Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace has a 2nd and 3rd place run, so Bubba's knocking on the door here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. That's got a lot of history here. Sean McElherney from Babylon, New York. Legendary racing family up on Long Island. His grandfather Paul, successful late model and pro stock racer out on Long Island, so always good to have Sean McElherney roll in here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. This is a 2-time dirt national champion from Huntersville, from Cleveland, North Carolina. Ryan Zima in that number 4 car. Chose the number 4 because his dad worked for Stewart Haas Racing, and he's a Kevin Harvick fan. So good to see a tribute to Kevin Harvick out on the racetrack. 24 is Joel Smith from up in Michigan, and Jake Bowman going to hold down quick time. Danny Chisholm going to be second fastest. Jensen Jorgensen, Bubba Wallace, Keelan Harvick, your front 5. Joel Smith, Nick Woodall, Sean McElherney, London McKenzie, and Tyler Reif, your front 10. That's going to do it for the Dilling Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical Pro Division. It is time for the American Rebel Beer Masters Division, the crazy old men of racing. Eric Mentnek, first car out on the Speedway in that 2X machine. Number 20 car is Mark Green. Mark Green in the number 20 machine. That is actually Sean Parker, the 20G, or the 20 machine. Mark Green is the 20G car. So Sean Parker, the racer out of the state of Bowling Green, Kentucky, actually. Bowling Green, Kentucky, Sean Parker in that number 20 car. The 31 machine is Giles Martin. Giles Martin in the number 31 out on the racetrack in that 31 machine from Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Giles Martin. Hoyt Demas in the 71. Hoyt Demas in the number 71 car. Must be getting younger. He was 72 last time out. Robbie Faggart, a winner earlier this season in the number 8 car. Your point leader has top 4 finishes each and every week. Robbie Faggart in that number 8 machine. Andrew Brown out there from Greenville, South Carolina, doing it for Dale in the number 3 car. Andrew Brown in that 3 machine. Robbie Faggart, not a shocker there, goes quick time. Sean Parker second. Andrew Brown, the 3 car, in the 3rd spot. We've got 18 of the Masters drivers here. American Rebel Beer. Oh my gosh, gotta have it, gotta love it. American Rebel Beer, sponsor on this Masters division. You can get American Rebel Beer down at the concession stand as well. There we go. Brandon Risley in the number 5 car. Brandon Risley in the number 5 car. Onto the back straightaway into turn number 3. There he is. There's Mark Green in that number 20 machine. Mark Green picked up a 5th place run back on round number 2. Mark Green, the originally from Owensboro, Kentucky. The Racing Green family. The number 25 of Jeff Bolin from Columbia, South Carolina. Jeff Bolin in the 25 from Columbia, South Carolina. In hot pursuit of him is the white and black number 27. It's Tom Sherman. Tom Sherman in the 27 car. Tom, a good 4th place run last time out here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So Tom Sherman getting his footing here in the American Rebel Masters division. Sir Charles Parker, yes. Still trying to confirm if he is indeed royalty, but Sir Charles Parker in that 26 car out on the racetrack. Cowboy Dwayne Holder out there as well. They're all still chasing Robbie Faggart. Robbie Faggart in the number 8 car in that first group was quick time. Final group of the American Rebel Beer Masters division. Rolling onto the Speedway. Jess Bennell after a 5th place run. Jesse Bennell out of a 5th place run last time out here. That car gassed up out onto the Speedway. Jesse Bennell in that number 96 car. There's Kyle Beatty in that 84. Kyle coming off a podium finish last night in his kart over at Millbridge in the DNQ series. Back here he had A couple of drivers here shaking this car down last night for him, getting it ready to go as he was running the DNQ series over at Millbridge. And like I said, Kyle Beatty had a podium finish. There is the KB show, Kyle Busch, a two-time winner this season. He's missed 1 week. The trip back from Mexico City did not allow him to run week number 2, but in weeks 1 and 3, KB went down and visited with Lenny Baticki in Victory Lane here at America's Home for Racing. So Kyle, awful stout here in this season. Hubert Whitehead in the number 17. Hubert Whitehead from Burnsville, North Carolina. There he is in that blue/purple number 17 car. It's a rich looking blue or a blue looking purple. You make the call. It's a good looker, that's for sure. And that is going to do it. And Kyle Busch nips Robbie Faggart for quick time. Kyle Busch goes quick time. Robbie Faggart, Jesse Bennell, Mark Green, Kyle Beatty, your front 5. Sean Parker, Jeff Bolin, Andrew Brown, Lee Jordan, and Brandon Risley, your top 10. That is going to do it for qualifying. Of course, this is round number 4 of the Cookout Summer Shootout NASCAR night presented by the NASCAR Hall of Fame. Want to remind you before things get too wild and crazy, next week we're here on 2 different nights. Monday night, round number 5, the Night of Games presented by Bojangles. We are going to have all kinds of fun games down here. And then next Tuesday night, 1 week from tonight, round number 6, the 4th of July, presented by Pro Fabrication Headers and Exhaust, autograph session, first responders and military free. And Three Fingers Mordecai going to be here with a huge fireworks display. So next week, 2 nights of racing here at America's Home for Racing. Now, I'm not sure if this is the original or the imposter, but whoever it is, let's give it up. Here he is, the world's fastest mascot. Let's give it up for Lugnut. All week, NASCASM has been in training to be Lugnut. It's been on social media. You can follow it along with Charlotte Motor Speedway. And I don't know if this is the original or the brand new. Oh, no, okay, NASCASM is down here. He's watching Lugnut, taking notes on how not to do a burnout. Lugnut doing burnouts. Let's give it up for the world's fastest mascot. Let's give it up for Lugnut. All right. So, yeah, follow along on social media, Charlotte Motor Speedway and NASCASM. You can follow along. They are doing all kinds of fun. And, yeah, he is down there right now. Checking out what it's like to be Lugnut. I'm not sure. You might not aim a little higher when you look at your goals, but Lugnut it is. And
so was it
do it. Opening ceremonies coming up
or
next
be
year.
like Tony Stevens, where you have to wear the penguin hat all the time? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Charlotte Motor Speedway, America's Home for Racing, for the Cookout Summer Shootout for the U.S. Legends. We have our pre-race invocation and national anthem, so at this time we would ask all that are able to please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your headwear, and we will have the Reverend Buddy Compton from the Sons of Thunder Ministry, along with Concord's own Lindsey Bowman, to sing our national anthem. Reverend Compton.
Does everybody agree that it's summer? That's the best thing I said. Let's pray. Loving God, we thank you for this day, your love and kindness and your grace. As always, we say thank you for this place that we can come and participate in the competition. And Lord, we just thank you for each and every one of us out there. We just pray every one of them do the best they can tonight. Most of all, Lord, we just humble ourselves before you to ask to spend another blessing. That's to provide all with a safe race in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Always awesome. Lindsey Bowman with our national anthem. Thank you, Reverend Compton. What great pair there, and hopefully you are paired up with one of those 40 creamy, delicious milkshakes from Cookout, because we've got the Cookout Summer Shootout for the U.S. Legends coming up right here on FloRacing. We'll be right back.
Did I cuss that time?
Hey y'all, welcome to NASCAR night. I hope you guys are so excited for tonight. As usual, we have our wonderful interns down here throwing t-shirts. So get loud, get on your feet, and get ready for a t-shirt.
Hey y'all, today we're giving away 4 free Roval tickets with pre-racetrack access. If you come down here and fill out this raffle ticket, you have a chance to win tonight.
So head on down to the stage and you're going to fill out some information and receive a ticket, and we'll be doing a drawing later. Thank you guys so much, and stick around for some more fun.
Having a great time here tonight at America's Home for Racing. It is NASCAR night. So glad you joined us here. We're back here next Monday and Tuesday night. Night of games next Monday night, and a 4th of July spectacular autograph session and fireworks display next Tuesday night. You want to make sure you're here both nights. Bring all your friends. Those of you here tonight at the racetrack, stay hydrated. Please stay hydrated.
Oh, yes.
Concession stands have a lot of water. There's the cooling machines out on the concourse. Make sure you stay cool, stay hydrated here tonight at America's Home for Racing. We want you to have a wonderful, pleasant, and enjoyable experience here at Charlotte. We're going to have some great racing coming up here as the call has gone out in the grid. We got a couple of B mains, and then we'll get right into A main feature action here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So what a night it's going to be. What a great night here at Charlotte Motor Speedway as we are set to go here for round number 4 of the 2025 Cookout Summer Shootout.
Hey, Steve, we're down here and we've got our temperature gauge pointed at the racetrack. The track temperature right now, 125 degrees.
Yikes.
And that's in the shade.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So, pretty wild. We'll keep you updated as the night goes.
Hey, Lenny, point that temperature gauge at Bubbles Bronson. Point that, see how high that thing will go. See how high that temperature gauge will go with Bubbles Bronson.
Well, the one is a bit wobbly. It says 98, so I'm saying 198 because he's sizzling.
Oh, he's 198 on a bad day. He's 198 on a bad day, no doubt about it. Nick Bubbles Bronson, our lead official here at the Speedway. Tonight, he is the single best race flagger in Cabarrus County. Yes, he is. The single greatest race flagger tonight here in Cabarrus County, Nick Bubbles Bronson. Semi-Pro B-Main going to be up first. Then we're going to have a Bandolero Beginner Bandits B. And then we'll get right into our A-Main action here tonight at America's Home for Racing. People getting some giveaways down here. Grace and Jaden tending to the stage down there. And, man, those two are where the party is at. Grace and Jaden down there on the stage. Always good to see those two fine young folks here. Jaden down there and Grace. Jaden, my man. Yeah. You having a good time? You staying cool down there tonight in that jacket?
I am. It's a little hot, but you know, we're here for a good time, so I'm excited. How about you, Postman?
Oh, are you kidding me? It's the Summer Shootout. Man, it's the 32nd running of the Summer Shootout. We're here for a great, great time. That's tonight, that's for sure. NASCAR night as well. I'll tell you what, though, Jaden, every night is NASCAR night here at Charlotte. Way it's been this year with Shane Van Gisbergen, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Busch. I think you're going to chat with Kyle in a little bit, but it is cool to have everybody here. Jaden, also, a lot of people decked out in NASCAR gear. Looking good, aren't they?
They look amazing. I see some of my favorite drivers out here right now.
Nice stuff. Good stuff, that is for sure, as we are getting closer and closer to going here at America's Home for Race. Man, Grace is down there. She's unloading the closet with giveaways down there. Holy God, we're not going to have anything left for the night of games next week.
Fine, Posty. I heard next week we're going to your stash for the prizes.
Oh, boy. We got problems if we're doing that. Stop by Cookout after the race and shake up your rotation with a delicious char-grilled burger, hot dog, or one of their 40-plus fresh shakes. Nothing compares better with race day than with Cookout. Tonight is NASCAR Hall of Fame night. If you're looking for some action, visit the NASCAR Hall of Fame in Charlotte to get behind the wheel of realistic iRacing simulators or learn how fast-paced pit stops work with the Pit Crew Challenge. Check out additional interactive features like the NASCAR track exhibits that showcase tracks from across the area. From the legends who established the sport to the new heroes fighting for a spot in the record books, there's always something exciting to see at the NASCAR Hall of Fame. Book your visit to the NASCAR Hall today at NASCARHall.com. That's www.NASCARHall.com. By the way, NASCAR Hall of Fame is here, and they're raffling off some die-cast cars at their booth down on the concourse. So stop down on the concourse, get yourself some die-cast cars as well here at Charlotte, courtesy of the NASCAR Hall of Fame. I'll tell you what, it's good to see everyone decked out in their NASCAR gear. Jaden, you got a guy down there that's full-blown NASCAR gear, isn't he? He's head to toe. Man, he's gone all out here tonight. He must have got the $5 discount. $10 discount. All right. Jaden, who do you have down there?
Here right with me, I have Kyle Busch. Say hello, everyone. How cool is it to be back in a U.S. Legends car after everything you've accomplished in your career?
It's fun. I enjoy it. It's something different, but, it gives me an opportunity to go out there on the racetracks with Brexton and what he's doing and his development with Legends cars. Gives me a chance to get out there and kind of feel what he's feeling. And not having been in these things for 20-something years, they've changed quite a bit. So it gives me that great chance of just getting out there, have some fun, and mix it up with some of the old guys.
Yeah, of course. I know that's amazing. You used to do it in Vegas. But here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, you've taken on the oval in the spring, you're here this summer, and the quarter mile this fall, and you'll hit the roval. Yeah. What are the challenges of racing all three tracks in 1 year?
Anytime you go to a racetrack, it's just another challenge, right? We do it every single weekend where we race all these different racetracks all the time. So you just got to be versatile. Love running the dirt track stuff, love running the legend car stuff, and, having some fun everywhere we get a chance to go do it.
Yeah, of course. Sounds like Kyle's ready to conquer it. Are you guys ready to see him battle out tonight and again at the Bank of America Roval 400?
Yeah.
If you want to be there when Kyle hits the track again, we got good news. We're giving away 4 Roval tickets, pre-race track access passes included tonight. Just head down to the stage again, write your name and phone number down, and drop your name to be entered to win. We'll announce the winner later tonight. Don't miss your shot to catch Kyle in the action at October at the Bank of America Roval 400. Thank you.
Right on, guys.
How about one more time for Kyle Busch?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to everybody for coming out and supporting the summer shootout, supporting the kids and the whole racing program that they have with Legends cars and Bandoleros. So appreciate y'all being here. Remember, tell a friend, bring them out. I know it's hot. You guys are grueling it. You're doing amazing. So get you an ice cold beverage back at the snack stand and enjoy the great action tonight. So thanks, guys. See you, Steve.
There we go. Kyle Busch joining us here. How about one more time for Kyle Busch here on NASCAR night? Driver of that Richard Childress Racing number 8 car in the Cup Series. And with that, it is time to go racing. It is the VP Racing Fuel Legends Car Semi-Pro B-main event, 15 laps the distance, top 4 transfer, Nick Bulkley in the number 27M, Hollywood Tyler Garrettson in the 99, Tracy Walker-Scott in the 23, Jet Johnson in the 94, Bradley Swift in the 85, J.C. Fickinger in the 87, A.J. Nichols in the 33, Zachary Honecker in the 73, Zach Murtis in the 02, Randy Phillips in the 22, Gary Winters in the 66, Jordan Plummer in the 22P, Nate Morris in the 25, and Allison Johnson in the 15. 15 laps the distance, top 4 to transfer to tonight's VP Racing Fuel Semi-Pro A-main event. J.C. Fickinger out here in the B-main. That is news in itself. J.C. going to start in the 6th spot in that 87 car. Well, here he comes onto the racetrack now. J.C. is 4th in points. J.C. is 4th in points. He's got some work to do to get up here and get transferred into tonight's A-main. And he did not make it to the grid, so he'll start shotgun on the field.
Yeah, he was out here earlier with a test session. He and Tyler Reif taking some laps to kind of get those cars dialed in, and boy, oh boy, this is going to be a tall mountain to climb for one J.C. Fickinger tonight.
We saw Neil Doolin do it last week from the back of the B-main all the way to the front, but I am telling you, I expected Neil to just rocket forward. He had to scratch and claw and needed just about all of those 15 laps to get there to the top 4. this is a tough field, and we're going to see what happens. Track caution lights are out. Nick Bulkley and Tyler Garrettson on the front row. Pace car scampers out of harm's way. We're racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. NASCAR Hall of Fame night. NASCAR night. B-Main for the VP Racing Fuel Legends car semi-pros down into turns 1 and 2.
And off turn 2, Nick Bulkley gets the advantage, but man, they are all over each other, Steve. 3 wide for 3rd, 4th, 5th spot. They're getting after it again. Top 4 making into the main, and the easiest time to pass somebody is when you're all this gaggle of cars. You can get 1 or 2 or 3 of them at a time. When they start to get strung out, they become a little bit harder to pass.
Trace Walker-Scott in that number 23 setting the pace there. Trace first time out with us, the racer out of Parker, Colorado, finding a way around this racetrack really, really well. Bradley Swift in the number 85 runs in the 2nd spot. Swifty runs to the low side. Bulkley up top. Garrettson down on the low side. Judd Johnson licking his chops back there in the 5th spot. He'd like to get one more spot. They got Bulkley hung on the high side. Johnson fills the hole down low.
Yeah, Johnson is there. If he can stay underneath, and just about did not, but everybody, freight train, Nick Bulkley right now, this is not a place you want to be. You can make time on the high side, but you've really got to hustle these cars, and Nick Bulkley right now just trying to stop the bleeding. He can find a spot, and he does, behind A.J. Nichols. That puts him at least in touch with the front of the field right now, Steve. But he's got to pass at least 2 more cars to work his way into the feature.
Yes, indeed he does. Meanwhile, checking the back part of the field, J.C. Fickinger has gone by 2 cars. He's starting to roughhouse a little out there as he gets into Randy Phillips, number 22, but not able to get by. Zach Murtis back there racing as well. So great racing action. Here's the battle for the 3rd spot on back. Garrettson has the 3rd spot. Johnson runs next in line. Behind him in the number 33 of A.J. Nichols. Nichols turning up the wick on the back bumper of Johnson. Battling for the final transfer spot down across the stripe as we complete lap number 6.
Oh, watch out. Through the turf went Jet Johnson. He drove that thing into turn 1 so deep, and it's going to cost him. There goes the 33 of A.J. Nichols. He gets around him. That's for the 4th spot. And that's going to open the door now maybe for Nick Bulkley to work his way back into a transferring spot. It is a 3-car fight for the 4th and final transfer over in turns 1 and 2. Here goes Johnson for the 4th spot again.
This is a great battle for the 4th spot. Nebraska racer out there racing. And we've got racer out of Georgia in that number 33. That is A.J. Nichols. Nichols there on the back bumper. Nick Bulkley, originally from the state of Massachusetts, now Lexington, North Carolina. He's on a 3-car battle for the final transfer spot. Yellow flag is out. We've got one the wrong way around here in turn number 4. Gary Winters from Raleigh, North Carolina in the number 66. So just past the halfway mark, Gary Winters goes the wrong way around.
First pro fabrication caution flag of the night's out. Get that out of the way, and if you're J.C. Fickinger, that's good news. We saw this last week, Steve, with Neil Dooley. He needed a yellow flag or 2 to put himself in position to get to 4th. The good news now for J.C. Fickinger, he's going to have a shot maybe to do just that here. We've made about halfway distance, 8 of 15 laps complete, so he's got 7 more laps to make up a couple more spots. As there you see Bubbles Bronson on the screen. Careful, guys. That's a brand new screen. Don't break it. That's all I'm asking. Yeah, just pull out. Don't break it with Bubbles on there, please.
So the field choosing here on the start-finish line, and J.C. Fickinger gains a couple more spots. He was 8th. He's going to restart 6th on the outside of row number 3, so we'll see if he can parlay that into a top 4 finish. At the front of the field is Tracy Walker-Scott in that number 23. It's Bradley Swift on the inside of row number 2. And second, Hollywood Garrettson goes to the high side. Bulkley goes to the high side. Off turn number 4, here's the restart zone. Green lights are on, and we're back at it here in the VP Racing Fuel Legends Car Semi-Pro B-Main, the bread and butter race, and they are mixing it up off turn number 2.
Whoa, watch out. How in the world did we not just wad up the entire field? I saw rear axles off the ground, bumpers making contact. Holy cow, somehow we got out of that skirmish without much of a problem, except maybe Bradley Swift over in turn 3, who has rolled to a stop with what appears to be maybe a flat tire or flat tire, I think, on the right front. of his number 85 car.
Had a third-place finish here at Charlotte in round number 2, so Swifty has the flat tire there. The racer out of Nashville, Tennessee, started racing in quarter midgets out there in Tennessee. Picked up his first Legends win back at Nashville earlier this season. So really, really neat stuff to see Swifty here racing. And Race-Driven Performance is the team that he drives for, with Michael Crafton as well involved there. But Bradley Swift going to have a tire change. And, man, we talked J.C. Fickinger was in trouble. Bradley Swift is in worse shape right now as he is in the work area. And we've only got 6 laps remaining in this feature go.
Good news for Bradley Swift. You've heard him as Swifty. He is a bit of a Swifty. Perhaps maybe for the same reason. Take a look at this. Watch what happened.
Yeah. They wrecked about 6 times. And finally we had one stop, but that was pretty chaotic over there off turn number 2. First and second kind of got away from third on back. It just got crazy. Zach Murda stopped over there talking with officials, consulting with officials, as we see that replay again on Speedway TV here at the racetrack. Those of you watching on FloRacing as well.
Something as well to keep in note, Steve, as we get down to the end of this one where the top 4 positions matter. There is a very clear directive in the drivers' meeting today that rough driving will not be tolerated tonight. So we'll see if the drivers got that message as we go on the rest of the course of this evening.
We talk about watching here on FloRacing as Zach Murtis continues his consultation over there in turn number 2. NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts Weekly Racing Series this weekend on FloRacing. Berlin, Hickory, and Bowman Gray. And boy, I'm telling you, the one that everyone's got their eyes on here in the Southeast, South Boston, Virginia. The Virginia Triple Crown Series kicks off with the South Boston, the Thunder Road Harley-Davidson 200. That is Saturday night. Please go to South Boston if you're in the area. If not, you can make your way to FloRacing. NASCAR Wheel and Modifieds are in White Mountain and also racing Kubota High Limit Racing Thursday through Saturday at Lucas Oil Raceway. USAC has a big weekend coming up as well. So lots and lots of fun and lots of good stuff on FloRacing. You can check it out on FloRacing. Those of you here at the racetrack, just figure it out. Those of you watching FloRacing, you obviously know what we're talking about, and you can enjoy all the great racing coverage. But my wish for you is to get to the racetrack and enjoy it in person. Flo does a great job, but it is so much better at the racetrack. So much better, we're getting ready to see 6 laps to go. Trace Walker-Scott, Tyler Garrettson is second. Boy, Nick Bulkley now up to the outside of the front row. This is going to be interesting as we see how we go here into the restart zone. Really slow pace by Walker-Scott. Green lights are on, gases it up. 4 cars to transfer. Here they go down into turns 1 and 2.
Oh, Bulkley sideways, Fickinger in the turf. That's not going to end well. Big hit for the 02 of Murtis, the 33 of Nichols, and the 22 of Phillips. All caught up in that one.
That was a hard hit. It was 4 wide over there. And unfortunately, all 3 of those cars on the outside got into the wall. Track crews checking on Murtis. Also checking on the 33 machine of A.J. Nichols as track safety crew going to go over it. So red flag is out here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, America's home for racing, as cars all got bunched up over there off from turn number 2. A.J. Nichols and Zach Murtis. Zach Murtis is gingerly climbing out of that race car. And that was a big hit for Zach. That really was. And Nichols is walking to the ambulance. Nichols with a little assistance walking to the ambulance. So all 3 drivers are out of the race cars, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give them all a hand. Let's give them all a big hand. Zach Murtis, he's waving back at you. Oh, yeah, Zach Burtis out there waving back at you as all three drivers. Man, I'm telling you what, that was a big hit off turn number 2.
Yeah, that was large, Steve. You get 3 and 4 wide, and everybody just got hooked together with wheels and fenders, and there's only one way you're going to go when that happens, and everybody's trying to get set up for turn 3, and we saw it. Tough break for all those drivers. It's a lot of torn-up equipment, a lot of hours, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and those teams and drivers will go back and try to get those things repaired for next week here at America's Home for Racing, but clearly their night tonight is over in the VP Racing Fuels Semi-Pro B Main.
How about Lugnut down there, so Lugnut getting pictures with all the kids. Exactly. Lugnut, what do I see, though? What am I seeing? That rascal NASCAR Chasm wants to take your job? Is that what I'm hearing? I mean, I know he's training now. I saw you did a nice interview with him, and yeah, is there any hope for him, Lugnut? Is there any hope that he can get the job? Or yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you when, yeah, exactly. NASCAR Chasm, I'm telling you, that is quite the character right there.
I think NASCAR Chasm might be better off as Wingnut instead of Lugnut.
Well, there you have it.
That might be it, yes.
There you have it. Jaden and Grace are down on the stage, and I'm telling you what, where Grace is, where Jaden is, that's where the party is. And we're partying here tonight on NASCAR night.
We sure do have a party down here for you guys. So as some of our interns passed out these little bingo sheets, we're going to play like an interactive game called Lingo Bingo. So as you hear that lingo called out throughout the night, you have some stickers. So fill out your bingo card, and as you get bingo, bring it on down to the stage throughout the night, and we'll give you a little prize. So make sure you have your eyes open, your ears listening for all those little lingo words being called out tonight. I'm going to pass it to Jaden for our next game.
You know what I want to see today? I want to see some race cars, and I want them painted by Liam and MJ. Everybody give a big round of applause for them real quick. We're going to give them a minute to paint these cars, and after that, we're going to let you vote on them by noise. Are y'all boys ready? On the count of 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Our racers, they're up. They're opening up their paints. We have one going in with an orange at first. We're starting out opening up all the paints, getting strategic with it. Orange going in first. Okay, we have blue coming in next. They are covering the sides of these cars. Let's give them some. Let's cheer them on as they paint these cars. We got one side covered for both of them. Haven't mixed up the colors yet. We're just sticking with orange and blue so far. But they are taking their time. They still have a good 45 seconds to go. Come on, let's keep cheering them on. They can't paint alone. Anyone gonna add any more colors? Any different colors? Any different numbers? We have tons of paintbrushes, tons of different paints. Let's keep going. I think we should give them an extra 30 seconds. How about that? They haven't switched up their colors yet. Oh, we have one. We're going in with red on top. Oh, and black on the side of the other one. I think these are going to look good in the end, guys. Oh, we have a number 11 on one side. Do you have any more decals coming for these cars? We're going in with more different colors. Open up the blue now. Switching paintbrushes. Very strategic. Let's see, Jaden, which one do you think is coming out fastest right now?
You know, it's really a struggle trying to pick through these two. I think the blue and orange one's moving a little quicker, though, but red's catching back up.
For sure. None of them have touched the wheels yet, so I'm really interested to see what color we pick for those wheels. We have 30 seconds left on the clock, guys, so let's... Oh, there goes the wheels. I mentioned it. They noticed. They're rounding that last quarter, so let's give them some last cheers. Oh, here comes Lugnut to cheer him on. Pink wheels for one of them. I love it. Seems like Lugnut likes some of them, too. Let's see. We're going to do 15 more seconds on the clock, guys. Let's count them down. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And number 10 went on that car.
All right. If y'all can hold your cars up real quick. All right. If you want to vote for Liam, let me hear it. If you want to vote for MJ, let me hear it. How do you feel, Grace? Who do you think you won that one?
I'm thinking that's a tie. I think we're going to have a reach here.
If you think it was Liam, let me hear it. If you think it was MJ, let me hear it. How do we feel about that? I'm thinking it's a tie.
That was a beautiful tie.
It's a tie. That was beautiful. Great job, guys. Back to you, Postman.
Yes, indeed, Jaden. A great time, that's for sure here. Good to see all those drivers climb out. Good to see the kids having a good time here tonight at America's Home for Racing, Charlotte Motor Speedway. Good fun all across the board, that is for sure. I mentioned this when I was talking about all of the big racing events coming up on FloRacing. Well, we got one moment of quiet. I just encourage everybody to go to a racetrack. Go to a racetrack this weekend. That's right. We're glad you're here at Charlotte. Go to a racetrack this weekend. If you're here in the area, or let's look, the replay is playing on the big screen. So let's take a look at that, and then we'll give you a list of what's going on at some of the local racetracks. Watch this, though. Oh, Bulkley got a little out of shape, and that really jumped things up. And, man, 3 cars nose first into the wall. Wow. Crazy stuff, that's for sure. So as the track safety crew continue on, Friday night Carolina Speedway over in Gastonia has the Southern Wedge late models. Saturday, East Lincoln Speedway has kids power wheel races plus all of their local divisions. Lancaster Motor Speedway down in South Carolina has the late models plus 5 divisions. The place show Mama warned you about. Cherokee Speedway, 604 late models, a big Thunder Bomber show, and much more. The birthplace of NASCAR stars, Hickory Motor Speedway. NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts Racing celebrating the 75th birthday, Twin 40s, at the stadium. Bowman Gray Stadium, NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts Racing Series, Twin 25s for the modifieds, 100 laps for the sportsmen. That ought to create some attention. And Millbridge Speedway racing tomorrow night, the 600 micros, also racing on Saturday night at Millbridge Speedway. Go to a local racetrack. And then next Monday and Tuesday, we'll see you right back here at America's Home for Racing, Charlotte Motor Speedway. So the track is clear on the back straightaway. Let's reset things here for you. We've got 9 laps completed, 6 laps to go as we look at the scoring and cipher who's still left and who's not left. Trace Walker-Scott is your race leader. Tyler Garrett's in a second. Nick Bulkley is third. Jet Johnson is fourth. And we've got the 73 of Zachary Honecker. Honecker in the 73. I think Fickinger went back to the garage area again.
He caught a small piece of that, Steve. It would not surprise me.
And he's over in the work area. He was stopped here on the front stretch, and the car wouldn't start. Allison Johnson in the 15, 66 of Gary Winters, 22 of Jordan Plummer out on the speedway, as well as Bradley Swift in the 85. So, yeah, Fickinger was certainly in the vicinity, if not part of that crash, and they're working on the car. And they actually had to push it here off the front stretch. So, not sure if there's something... And you remember he was late for the entry of it, so it's been a rough outing for J.C. Fickinger.
Good news for him when it comes to the points, Steve. You said, as you mentioned, 4th in points entering today. There is a drop over the 10 weeks here. This may end up being his drop week.
Might qualify for the drop, that is for sure. Semi-pro racers getting back up to speed here, and we're continuing on here at America's Home for Racing, Charlotte Motor Speedway. Talked about all the racing action across the region here in the Carolinas and the Charlotte area. Thursday night, U.S. Legends Car Racing, Echo Park Speedway. Thursday Thunder, free admission. Friday night, Wake County Speedway up in Raleigh, North Carolina. Saturday, 3 area racetracks. New River All-American Speedway, Anderson Motor Speedway in South Carolina, and dirt track racing at Lakeview Motor Speedway for the Legends cars. They've chosen their line. We've got 6 laps to go. Trace Walker-Scott is the race leader. Jet Johnson chooses the high side. Hollywood Garrettson and Gary Winters chooses the 4th spot. Nick Bulkley right down there on the inside of row number 3. Off turn number 4 they come, making their way into the restart zone. And we are green. Let's see who the 4 transfer drivers there are into tonight's VP Racing Fuels Legends Car Semi-Pro A main event.
Certainly the field has been thinned after that incident. A lot of the contenders taken out. May make life a little bit easier for somebody further back. Whoa, watch out. Bradley Swift darts to the inside into the turf. He gains a couple of spots in the process, but we will likely see another pro fabrication caution flag. And there it is. Problems for Gary Winters as he goes around for the second time in this one, bringing out that yellow flag.
Well, this one has certainly taken a little bit of time to get rolling here, trying to get the final 4 drivers locked into tonight's A main event. As Trace Walker-Scott, and we're going to go no, are they choosing or single file this time? Yeah, single file on this start. As we try to wrap this one up, Tyler Garrett's in the 2nd spot, Jet Johnson in 3rd, Nick Bulkley in the 4th spot. Nick, originally from Cherry Valley, Massachusetts, now lives in Lexington, North Carolina. Bradley Swift in the number 85, 1 spot out of the money right now. Field is set into turn number 3, a single file, flying restart. Off turn number 4. Here they come into the restart zone. Looking as they make their way down to the stripe. And the green lights are on again. And your front 4 with a little bit of a breakaway. Mind your P's and Q's if you're in the front 4 right now as we make our way up onto the back straightaway.
Now just 5 laps to go. You cannot afford to make a mistake now. And if you're Bradley Swift, you can't afford to wait either. He's trying to go to work on 4th place. That is Nick Bulkley, the final transfer spot. Cross start finish in turn number 1. Swift now less than a mile to figure it out as they work off turn 2.
Jet Johnson in the 3rd spot. He's under fire from Bulkley. Bulkley wants a little insurance policy to get there because as Swift is all over that back bumper, Swifty runs in the 5th spot as they make their way down. Swift not able to get there right now. Bulkley rides in the 4th spot. At the front of the field is Tracy Walker-Scott. Tyler Garrettson, they've kind of stepped out just a little bit, giving themselves a little bit of comfort, a little wiggle room. Nick Bubbles Bronson in the flag stand, twin popsicle sticks. 2 laps to go, 2 to go, as they make their way down into turns 1 and 2.
The good news for Walker-Scott as well as Tyler Garrettson, they've checked out far enough, but look at this now behind him for 4th. Bradley Swift underneath of Nick Bulkley. That's going to get him the spot for now. Bulkley says, I don't think so, not that easy. Little rap, tap, tap of the back bumper. Final 4 turns to go. Who will emerge as a transferee to the A feature?
Tracy Walker-Scott looking good. Tyler Garrettson looking good. And Jet Johnson looking good. Unfortunately for Nick Bulkley, when he got into the back bumper of Bradley Swift, I think it slowed him down as much as it moved Swift forward. Checkered flag is out. Those 4 drivers going to transfer to tonight's VP Racing Fuel Legends Car Semi-Pro feature. Those drivers, Bradley Swift in the 4th spot, Jet Johnson in position number 3, Tyler Garrettson and Trace Walker-Scott wrecking after the checkered flag down there. That's going to do it for the VP Racing Fuel Legends Car Semi-Pro feature go. Our B feature event, that is.